Majority of society operates on a female time clock in the order and way we are supposed to go about life. And I will admit, the male life is a hard life, especially when you're starting off with nothing, which most of us are. You got to build your way up, which is cool. And it seems like it's hard in the beginning. In the beginning, it really sucks. You don't got any money. You're still building up your muscle. You're building up your social skills, your knowledge, your know-how, your network. You're building. You see, and that's what you need to be doing as a young man, is building. But society itself, for some reason, has planted this idea in our head that our younger years are meant to be fun, are meant to be filled with partying and going out and meeting all these girls and traveling the world, whatever the case, yada, yada, yada. And here's the thing. That's a female viewpoint on life. To enjoy things while you're young. Like, surprisingly, I've seen that we have a 20% female viewership, which is crazy. I did not expect that. So I guess a little bit of this, going to the females, if y'all watch this, is that I do believe females should live their best life while they're young. That's when they're the most beautiful. They can attract the best guys. You can just really just float through life. People will literally just pay for you to just be places. Sounds fun. Sounds like a good time. But for a man, that's not the case. And what I realized is, like, a lot of dudes try to keep up with, like, the people that they grew up with, specifically females. And, like, you got to realize those females are not for you. Those are for the people ahead of you. Like, I don't want to make this sound weird, but, like, we're just moving on two different time clocks. Like, it's not like, you could wait until you're 40 to have kids. For a woman, that may not be the case. It would be very unlikely for a 40-year-old woman to have kids. But very likely for a man. And see, and here's the thing as well, is that you're also now in a better position. Life gets better as you get older, if you're doing it right. You see, we just have bad examples. Like, if you see most people in their 30s and their 40s, guys, and they kind of look like shit. They don't got any money. They haven't been playing their cards right. And that gives us this impression that 30s and 40s are like, they're not the glory years. Maybe even 50 and so on. Actually, definitely 50 and so on. But we see bad examples of this. So therefore we think, and they'll tell you themselves, like, oh, enjoy life while you're young, because they fucked up. And that was the highlight of their lives, is when they were young. And now that they're older and they don't got shit, but they spent so much time bullshitting and having fun and doing God knows what when they were younger, that they have essentially sacrificed their male advantage. And here is the basic premise of the male advantage, is that men age like wine. Like, probably when you're like mid 30s, you're probably going to have your peak existence. If you're doing things right, if you're working and building towards things, you're still relatively young. Like, you got to understand, like, this, it's a long game, man. And you don't got to play all your cards in the beginning. Like, that's one thing I would definitely bring to this channel, is that I played a lot of my cards out early and it fucked me up. And now I got to come back and restart. It almost feel like you're starting from ground zero, but in honesty, I'm starting with a lot of wisdom. But I didn't understand that my peak is later on. That it's not my time to shine. It's not my time to have the baddie on my hip. It's not my time to be driving the nice car. Like, I'm shooting the gun. Like, is that what it's called? Shooting the gun? Yeah, because it's like when track. All right, that's a tangent. Sorry. But you got to realize that there is timing in life. And if you continue to operate on a female time clock, it's only going to lead to disaster later on in life. This is why people have midlife crisis and commit self-deletion. because they get older and their life sucks. But the thing is, your life should be better than ever the older you get. Like, let's think about it. Like, you have more money. You have a better network. You know more people. You're in amazing shape. If you've been working out for 10, 15, 20 fucking years, you're going to look amazing. You're smarter. All your little fears and shit that you had, like, you used to be scared to approach girls. You're not scared to approach girls anymore because you've approached hundreds, thousands, whatever the case is. And all this comes with time. You just keep stacking on and stacking on and stacking on. You continue to become a better person. Like, even there was a study that was shown where, at what age did the opposite sex find the other sex the most attractive? And for women, they found the age to be the most attractive, which is basically whatever age they were. So if they were 20, they thought 20-year-olds were most attractive. They were 23, they thought 23-year-olds were the most attractive. Now, you flip it over to the man side, and it's all, every age is like between 20 and 23. Every single age. They all think that is the prime in physical appearance, just physical appearance. Because granted, some don't. But I digress. But as you can see, like, the older you get, you're more of a catch. Like, you can actually do shit. And on top of that, women find older men more attractive. So look at this, though. Like, you're leveling up in all these areas, and then on top of all that, you get more women, or you're more women attraction than you ever have in your entire life. People think that when you're young, that, oh, you're young and good looking, like, that's the time to, like, really be slinging it out. And it's not. Trust me. And it's like, you're going to realize that, and I realize this the older I get, is the more attraction I get from women. All the time. But when I was younger, it wasn't the case, because I didn't have the things to back it up. I didn't have the muscle. I didn't have the frame. I didn't have the money. Still don't got some of that shit. But that's the point. I'm moving towards that male advantage. You should be playing your 20s in order for your 30s and 40s. Like, I suggest sacrificing your 20s. Sacrifice as much of your 20s as you can. Because you got to understand, life is better on the other side of 30. Anyone under 30 needs to watch this. You need to understand that, yo, like, all the bullshit that you're going through, just keep going through it. Endure. Your time is not now. You feel alone, you feel sad and depressed and crying and shit. Bro, it's not your time. This is the barrier of entry. You know, we get fucked up looking at social media, and we see all these young dudes, like, just killing the game. You got to realize, these are outliers. These are very rare people. And now, if you can be young and successful and have it all when you're fucking 21, then by all means, go crazy. Do your thing, bro. But for majority of us, that's not how life is going to work out. Majority of us are going to spend our early 20s fucking up everything. Fucking up your finances, fucking up your life, fucking up your relationships, doing dumb shit. But that's part of the game. That's how it happens. And then by the time you get to your mid 20s, maybe even early 20s, like, you start to figure that shit out. You're like, oh, this don't work. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, I've been making dumb decisions for a long ass fucking time. And now that comes in that wisdom. Now you know. Now you know the better way to do things, or at least you know how to not do things, because you've tried it and you failed. So now you need to be setting up and building your blocks up for your male advantage, for the later years of life, where you can truly have freedom. Because you've created this life where now you're the guy. You are the man. The man. M-A-N, capital. Man. And that's the thing that requires age. That requires time and wisdom. Man, you need to be thinking about going towards that, not living this young life or like you can't glorify your younger years. That is for women. Women glorify their younger years. You need to look towards the future and build. We are blessed with a beautiful opportunity. If we just keep our head down, we put in the work, we learn from our mistakes. Ultimately, an inevitable, what the fuck? Inevitably, you will experience your male advantage. Clearly, I need to end this video. Doses. Like and subscribe.